Hello, Miles Maeda here with some more modern yoga movement videos for you. In today's sequence, we are going to do a myofascial release with a ball, and we're going to be working primarily on our feet, but this will affect the tissue layers that also go up the backs of the legs, around the hips, along the spine, and even in the neck and in the scalp. So what we're going to need is a yoga mat, ideally just to help keep the ball from sliding around. And then we're going to need a tennis ball or a similar sized ball, similar firmness. This ball here has some spikes on it, which are really good for getting into the deeper tissue layers. So that is fine. You can even go further and use a lacrosse ball or a golf ball if you're really feeling like working more intensely. But I like using this tool. Tennis ball is a very good place to start. All right, so we're going to stand up and we'll keep the ball on the floor. I'm recording from this side of our practice room because it will help to have something to stabilize yourself, so like a counter or a chair, because we will need a little bit of extra support for our stability doing this. So we're going to start with a roll down. Stand with your feet hip width apart. Inhale. And on your exhale, we're going to roll down starting at the top of the spine. So rolling around the throat, rolling around the solar plexus, and then rolling around the pubic bone. And we're going to pause before we touch the floor. Feel a lift in the belly and just feel the quality of the fascial fabric that's along the back of the body. So the backs of the legs, again, the backs of the hips, the back along the spine, the neck and head. And also notice if the right or left side is closer to the floor. What's the difference between the left and right side of the body as it is right now? Let's exhale and then roll up, balancing the head on top of the spine. All right, so we're going to take the ball. I'm going to start with my right foot, and the heel will stay on the floor. The ball will be at the midfoot, so we're working from the arch across to the little toe edge of the foot. So just roll so that your big toe touches the floor and then your little toe touches. So rolling side to side, keeping the heel on the floor. And with a nice firm pressure, massaging across the midfoot. And we're doing about 8 on each side. All right, now reposition your ball so that you feel comfortable, and we're going to use our body weight to step down on the ball. We're starting at the root of the third toe, and then put some pressure down and roll the ball slowly. So you want to let the pressure go quite deep. Go to the heel, and then roll back to the root, or back to the middle toe. And then we'll go to the little toe, edge of the foot, press down, rolling to the heel, and then rolling back to the toe. So the slower we go, the deeper we can address the tissue layers. And then the big toe, so we're doing every other toe, massaging that tendon all the way to the heel and back. So take your time. You can do as much or as little pressure as you like. Now let's do the fourth toe, so the last 2 remaining toes. Press down. And you can feel the tissue layer starting to soften and back. And the second toe. So this is our plantar fascia, the tissue layers in the sole of the foot. right, so after we've done the 5 toes, place your heel on the ball. Here's where the textured balls will feel a little bit more like a massage. So just drill the heel onto the ball about 8 times. And we're going to step on the ball with the heel back on the floor, so keep the heel down. Curl your toes over the ball like you're trying to pick it up off the floor. And then lift all 5 toes, stretch them up. So again, grab onto the ball. So now we're stretching the fascia on top of the foot. Lift the toes. Grab the ball. Now this time, see if you can just lift your big toe. If it doesn't come up all by itself, you can reach down and pull your big toe up. Now the rest of the toes lift. Let's do that one more time. And lift the big toe. If you practice this, it will get easier. And then lift all the toes up. Curl. Now here's why we need a little extra stability. So hold on to the counter or the wall or a chair. Curl your toes over the ball, and we're going to use the other foot and just scrape down over the toes, off the sides of the feet, and just feel that you are stretching, pulling the tissue layers along the top of the foot. And you might start doing this lightly, and then as you feel more comfortable, you can do that a little more deeply. All right. Last bit. Now we're going to work with going across the roots of the toes. So heel is back on the mat, and the ball is more forward towards the toes, and we are rolling the foot side to side. It can feel a little bit like you're drawing a figure 8. See if you can get the little toes down, the big toe down. And it's about 8 times each side. All right, and to finish, just step on the ball in whatever way feels good, in any place that you feel needs a little more attention, or maybe just to feel like you're getting all of the plantar fascia softened equally. And when you're done, you can put the ball aside for now, and we're going to do our roll down. And again, notice the difference between the right and left side. So on your exhale, starting at the top of the spine, roll down. Feel a lift at the belly, a lift at the pubic bone. So we have a nice round back, even flexion in the spine. And we're pausing before we get to the floor and see if you can relax. And now notice, does one side feel like it's relaxing closer to the floor than the other? And let's roll up on your exhale. Head and neck come up last. And now we're going to balance ourselves out and do the other side. So let's grab our ball. And we start with the midfoot. So the heel is on the floor. And we're rolling the ball from the arch to the little toe edge of the foot. See if you can get the big toe to touch the floor, little toe touches. You can adjust the ball. It'll tend to roll around quite a bit because that's what we're doing. Now place the ball at the middle toe and roll it with a nice firm pressure, going slowly to the heel and back. So again, some people, they can put quite a bit of pressure and it feels fine. Other people, it might need to start off with more light pressure, and as you practice, go more deeply. Now we're doing the little toe tendon to the heel. And now the big toe. And just feel your pressure allowing this massage to go deeper into the plantar fascia. Let's do the fourth toe. Using your body weight. Do your best to just center yourself over the ball. It's easy to start using your leg muscles, so do your best to just surrender your body weight onto the ball. I'm leaning forward just a little bit to get the momentum to roll forward without using too much of my muscles. All right, so we ended with the second toe. We did the fourth toe, the second toe. And now we do the heel, press down on the ball, drilling the heel. If you can, the heel and the ball are actually moving. The ball is, meaning the ball stays relatively fixed. That's what the yoga mat helps do. And then you're massaging the heel on the ball. All right. Heel on the floor, the ball is more towards the front of the foot, and wrap your toes around the ball like you're trying to pick it up. And then lift all 5 toes. Again, wrap around the ball and lift. Now we wrap around. See if you can just lift the big toe. Then the other 4 toes lift up. That's a little tricky. Squeeze. And again, if you need help, you can bend down, pull that big toe up, and then the other 4 toes lift. And we finish that with a little bit of an intense massage. So here we're using the support of the counter or the wall or a chair. Curl your toes around the ball, and then that top foot is going to scrape and massage down over the toes, over the sides of the feet, and just feel like you're pulling and stretching the fascial layers in the top of the foot. This took me a while for it to feel not so uncomfortable. Still, it's kind of intense. And then we'll finish with the roots of the toes. So the heel is on the floor, keep it there, and just with the ball more towards the roots of the toes. Roll the foot side to side. Big toe touches the floor, little toe touches. Again, a nice pressure. Feeling the metatarsal starting to move around. And we finish stepping on the ball anywhere it feels good. Anywhere that helps us feel that we're softening the entire sole of the foot, all the tissue layers of the plantar fascia. And to finish, this is just to check the balance of the right and left sides. So inhale at the top, exhale, roll down. And the aim is to have as much symmetry as possible. And you can pause here. If you're really flexible and you can come all the way down to the floor, that's fine. You want to try to relax and feel the soles of the feet, the backs of the legs, around the hips, along the spine, the neck, the head, and also noticing, is your left and right side feeling more balanced? And on your exhale, let's roll up. Balance your head on top of the spine. And that completes our sequence.